everyone, this is the BoardGameSwede and we're still playing Eldritch Horror. So, I realized I had made a few mistakes in earlier parts, like getting using a boat ticket as a train ticket when I couldn't have, and I forgot to spawn one gate at one point, and I might have done a few more things. I for some reason called Patricia for a few parts, I think. But oh well. That's life. I think we'll just continue from where we are, and I'll try not to make any more mistakes. So first off, we have Mark Harrigan in Sydney, and it's filled with monsters. I don't know if he can do anything about them, but and now he's cursed too, so I think I'll have him move to space 18, and then I will rest. Yeah, he's at full health. But just to see if I can get rid of, or no, maybe I'll try to get rid of my debt. However, he is cursed, so it won't be very easy. He has 3 influence. So let's see if I can get a 6 here. And no, I couldn't. Oh well, at least we tried. And then we have Patrice over there in India. I think she will wait there this turn to see if she can finish that rumor off, the spreading sickness one. She can't do it right now because she needs one more clue. And she might, but if we get a reckoning effect, she can solve it the next turn. I don't know what else she can do actually. She can do this spell thing. Can test lore, and if you pass, you can spend 1 sanity to gain 2 spells. And discard 1 spell, so we might as well do that. Lore, and our lore is 3. Yeah, because it's not a spell effect. So we get 3 dice, but at least she's blessed. So all we need is a 4 or better from one of these 3 dice. And we got a 6 and a 5. So that's great. She will lose 1 sanity. And she will gain 2 spells. So she got the Wither spell and the Instill Bravery. So then we have to discard 1 spell. We have the banishment spell also, but I think we will we will discard the Instill Bravery spell. I don't care for it that much. So we have the Wither spell and the banishment spell still. She lost 1 sanity, but then I will, no, I don't think I will rest actually. So she lost 1 sanity. And then she will do her banishment spell, which says test lore +2. And if you pass, discard 1 monster on the nearest space containing a gate with toughness 2 or less than your test result. And we got +3 to our spell effects, so she gets 8 dice actually. 6, 7, 8. So let's see if we can do something about those horrible monsters. She's also blessed, so we got 3 successes. That's it. Well, I guess that's enough. So we will discard 1 monster on the nearest space containing a gate. So it's this space. So the star spawn has 5 toughness, so we can't do anything about that. But at least we can discard the ghost. So he's gone. And then we will flip the banishment card, and we got 3+. So the magic works to great effect. Discard any number of monsters on that space with total toughness equal to or less than your testing result instead. But unfortunately, it's still just a ghost. But at least she did some good. Then we have Akashi, and she has a boat ticket, so she will move to this Eldritch token using her boat ticket. And what else can she do? Not that much actually, so I guess she will look at the top 2 gates. We have San Francisco and Rome. We will definitely put Rome on the top and San Francisco on the bottom, because I don't want any more green comet things to happen then, because the Omen or the Doom track is down to 6. And then we have Norman Withers, and he will, oh, I don't know actually, maybe he should just stay there to get some more spells. Well, at least he can use his spell. Maybe he should rest too. Yeah, he'll rest to gain a sanity. And then he will do his Feed the Mind spell, and he gets test lore -1, so 4 dice. He needs to get a 5 or a 6 to succeed. And of course he gets nothing. And that's pretty terrible. I think he will use his special effect that he can spend 1 sanity in place of spending a clue. So he will lose that sanity again, and he will re-roll 1 die. See if we can make this a success. And now it's a 5, so thank God. So, well, what should we improve then? Maybe we'll improve influence. I think that's a pretty good choice. Yeah, we'll improve influence. You might need to buy something sooner or later, so 1 success. A wealth of knowledge overwhelms your mind. The chosen investigator loses 1 sanity, so he'll lose 1 additional sanity. So now it's down to 3. So maybe it wasn't that smart after all. We'll see. So now we have the encounters. So it's Mark Harrigan, and he's having a research encounter at sea, which probably won't work out very well because he's cursed, but we'll see. So, the Nemesis Moon. Groth looms in the sky. You don't know where it is, why it's here, but you know that it's the harbinger of doom. Gain this clue and place 1 Eldritch token on the green space of the Omen track. Okay, not really worth it. That was mostly annoying. So we'll find a Eldritch token here and put it on the green space up here. Not good at all. Then we have Patrice, and she's in a generic city. So a shady figure offers to sell you a weapon, no questions asked. You speak with him to determine his motives. Test influence. She has 3 influence. And she succeeds. If you pass, gain 1 random weapon asset from the deck. If you fail, well, bad things are gonna happen, but she succeeded, so we will draw a random weapon asset for her. So she got the blunderbuss. I guess it's something. It's not that great. I don't like it that much. Because you get +2 to your strength during combat, but if you use it, each 6 you roll gives you 2 successes, but each one you roll negates 1 success, so it's not overly useful. So anyways, she's on the mystery. As an encounter, you may containing an Eldritch token, you may attempt to find information about Azathoth through name. Spend 2 clues to place the Eldritch token on this card. So she will spend her 2 clue tokens and put that Eldritch token on this card. And then we have Norman, who is in Arkham. See what he does. The Silver Twilight Lodge member asks you several riddles to prove your knowledge. Test lore +1. So he will use 6 dice actually. So here we go, 6 dice. And only 1 success, but 1 success is enough. If you pass, they instruct you in their ways, gain 1 spell. Great. At least he has more options now. We'll see what that spell is. And he got an Arcane Insight spell. Let's see what that does, because I don't really remember. Action. Choose yourself or another investigator on any space and test lore -2. Roll 1 additional die for each tome possession you have. If you pass, that investigator gains 1 clue. Then flip this card. So I guess he can gain clues. Could be worse. Could be better, but I won't complain. And then we have the dreaded Mythos phase, and we'll see what happens here. Another tentacle one, so it's bad. It's going to be bad. So first we'll move the Omen track, and now it's on blue, and there are no blue gates, only 2 red ones. And then we have Reckoning effects. So first it's the monsters. See here, what does the Flying Polyp do? Move this monster to the nearest space containing a gate. I guess he'll stay there then, because that is the nearest space. And then we have the Star Spawn, and we will roll 1 die. On a 1 or 2 we will advance Doom by 1, so hopefully not, because that's horrible when fighting Azathoth. And we got a 3, so we're fine. And Azathoth himself does nothing. And then we have all of these cards here. So first we have Driven to Bankruptcy. Discard this card and place the top 4 cards of the asset deck in the reserve. So finally this is resolved and we can actually buy something again. Let's see what comes up here. The Private Investigator, Arcane Scholar, Conspiracy Theorist, and the 45 Colt Revolver. Not too bad. And then we have the Spreading Sickness one. Place a health token on this card. Then each investigator loses 1 health for each health token on this card. So, okay, now it's down to, it's up to 1, so everyone loses 1 stamina. And I think it's worth it, because now we can solve it, or Patrice can hopefully solve it next turn. Then we have the Crawling Chaos one. Advance Doom by 1, unless investigators as a group spend clues half to investigators. So I think I will actually do that this turn. So we will spend these 2 clues. And then nothing else happens with that thing. And then we have conditions. First off we have Mark. We will start with the cursed condition. Roll a die. On a 4, 5 or 6 you get rid of it. And of course we don't. Then we have the paranoia, and he will test will, and he has to get a 6 or he will fail this, which is terrible. And no 6, so we will flip this card and see what happens. Kleptomania. Against rational thought, you compulsively take what does not belong to you and hide it away. Gain 1 random item asset from the deck, then you must hide from the authorities, testing observation. So first 1 random item asset, see what it is. So he gets a police ledger. When you perform a rest action, you may attempt to decipher the ledger. Test observation. If you pass, discard this card and gain 1 clue. So then he will test observation. He only has 2 observation. Let's roll these 2 dice. And he fails. If the test result is less than the value of the asset you gained, discard that asset and gain a detained condition. So he will actually lose the police ledger right away. And he will gain a detained condition, but at least he gets rid of the paranoia. So the police ledger is gone again. And then we will find a detained condition. But he can't get detained. Right, so at least he doesn't get detained. Good thing I saw that when I did. And then we have the debt. And it's unfortunate accident. So it says, your lenders seemed forgiving when you told them you couldn't return the money you borrowed. Soon after the meeting, some intimidating thugs reminded you it isn't good to abuse others' trust. Lose 1 health and gain a leg injury condition, then discard this card. So he will lose 1 health. We discard this card and gain a leg injury condition. Yay, everything happens to Mark. Here we go. Leg injury. Then Patrice, she has a funding condition and she is in a city, so we will flip this card. Payoff. Carl Sanford, head of the Silver Twilight Lodge, contacts you, offers to help you with your goals, but his assistance comes with a price. Despite how much he asks you, the offer is too good to pass up. Advance the active mystery by 1 or retreat Doom by 1. Then discard this card. So we will definitely retreat Doom by 1. So now we're back up to 7. And then she will have to test her blessed condition. So if we roll a 1 or a 2, she loses it. And I actually missed the board, but I will count this anyways. I will use... Well, whatever. She loses her blessed condition. It's gone. Not the end of the world. Would be nice to have, but oh well. Oh, crap. Then we have Akashi's um, Dark Pact condition, so she will roll a die, and if we roll a 1, she will fulfill her part of the bargain, and we will flip this card, so hopefully nothing happens. Ah, thank you, it's a 6, so nothing happens. Norman has no conditions that has to trigger, and then we will spawn a gate, and it will appear in Rome, and we will spawn a monster there. So the monster will be a ghoul. Not the end of the world. And then we have the actual card. Perplexing Stars. Before your very eyes the stars shift in the night sky. Constellations break apart and reform, shattering your previous predictions of the omens. Event. Move the omen counterclockwise by 1, then advance doom for each gate on the game board that corresponds to the current omen. Oh, that's not good at all, because now we have 3 of these red omen symbols, so doom will advance by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and all of a sudden doom is down to 4. And we're all that much closer to being defeated. That was the end of the Mythos phase. So now we will actually resolve the true name mystery. Discard these Eldritch tokens. And we'll see what the next mystery is. It is Seed of the Demon Sultan. A strange green comet has fallen from the sky. Even after the impact, the meteorite continues to slowly burrow itself deeper into the earth. When this card enters play, place the mystery token on Tunguska. Okay, here we have the mystery token, and we will put it on Tunguska up here. And it says, as an encounter, an investigator on Tunguska may attempt to search for signs of the impact in the dead forest. Test observation. If he passes, he discovers a strange green meteorite. He may spend 2 clues to place 1 Eldritch token on this card. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half, investigators solve the mystery. So that's a giant pain. But not much we can do. We just gather clues and hope we get lucky, I guess. Okay, we'll continue on with the next turn here. So first it's Mark. He's still cursed, and that is no good. But he will move 1 space here to space number 15. And then he will... yeah, I guess he will rest. So he regains 1 stamina. And we will roll a die on a 5 or 6, so we get rid of the leg injury. And it's a 4, so nope. And that's about it. Then it's Patrice. So let's see here. She can encounter that spreading sickness, but that's in the encounter phase. But she will actually succeed with that, so I think, yeah, first she will rest. So she'll gain 1 stamina and 1 sanity. And then she might as well. Then again, she has to get 5 successes to get rid of that star spawn, but I guess we might as well try. So we will test this banishment spell, test lore +2, and we get 3+ when doing spell effects, so 8 dice to her additional lore here, so she gets 8 dice. 7, 8. And we need to get 5 successes to get rid of that star spawn, which is pretty tough, but let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And sadly she's not blessed anymore, but she will use this focus token to re-roll one of these remaining dice. Let's see here. Ah, it's a 4. We will use the second one as well. Roll the die. And it's another 4, so everything's wasted and nothing happens. She gets 4 successes, so, well, basically nothing happens. Okay. Then we have Akashi. She will... I don't know what she will do actually. I think... yeah. She will move down to Buenos Aires. And when she's down there, she will rest. So 1 sanity and 1 stamina back. And that's her turn. Then we have Norman. He will... first of all, he will rest, so he gains 1 sanity and 1 stamina back. And then he will... what did that arcane insight do again? Okay, so he will test lore -2, and if he passes, he gains a clue, so he gets 3 dice. I am really rolling terribly today. So he will use his sanity as a clue this turn, and he will re-roll 1 die and still fail. So what happens if you fail? The arcane backlash tears at your mind and the focus of your ritual. That investigator discards all of his clues unless he has a tome possession. So he has no clues and no tome possessions, so nothing happens. Okay, then it's the encounter phase, and Mark, he is in a city at a research encounter. Doctors ask you to observe a trephination. I don't know what that is, but okay. They pull away a piece of his skull, and you examine the brain, test observation, so 2 dice, and we have to get a 6 to finish this thing off. And we don't. If you fail, you don't see the Shane. Oh my god. If you fail, you don't see the Shan, and it overpowers your mind. Shuffle a solved mystery at random into the deck. Oh my god. So we had these 2 solved mysteries, the true name and occult research. So we will roll a die, and on a 1 through 3, we will shuffle back the occult research, and on 1 or 4 through 6, we will shuffle in the other one. So the true name will get shuffled back into this pile. So we will shuffle this deck. That was not good. I was actually starting to feel a bit more confident, but then this happened, and that was basically the worst thing that could have happened. So wow, I can't believe how terrible that was actually. Okay, then we have Patrice. She will yeah, as an encounter and investigator on space 17, you may consult the Bombay doctors. The more patients they treat, the closer they get to finding a cure. You may spend clue tokens equal to investigators to solve this rumor, and he may spend 1 fewer clue for each health token on this card. So we only need 3. She has 3 of them, so she will use all of these. And this rumor is solved. I'm not that thrilled anyways, but at least we don't have to deal with that anymore. Now we only have 1 rumor left, but it's a pretty terrible one, so this rumor token goes away as well. And then we have Akashi, and she is in Buenos Aires. The subway car stops, and you hear the sound of hissing voices in the dark. Test observation -1, so 1 die. We get a 1. I might as well use a focus token. And we still get a 1, so I will use the second one. Reroll once more. And now we got a 2, so yay. If you fail, the voices haunt you even after the lights are restored. Gain a hallucinations condition. This is just going downhill faster and faster. Wow. Hallucinations, okay. Here we go. Now Akashi is also hallucinating. And then we have Norman in Arkham. Why didn't I move into the to the clue, but oh well. So I guess he will have an Arkham encounter instead. A fortune teller in Independence Square warns you of dire events. You try to interpret her words, test lore. So 5 dice. And he succeeds. If you pass, you discern that you ultimately survive, gain a blessed condition. Wow. That's not too shabby actually. I'm glad that happened. At least some of my mistakes was for the better. So here we go. He's blessed. And that's pretty much all the encounters. So now we have the Mythos phase. We will draw another Mythos card, and it's another horrible one. I can't believe how poorly I shuffled these. Yeah. So the Omen will move to the blue space, and there are no blue gates at least. Then Reckoning effects on monsters, so the Star Spawn. We'll roll the die again. On a 1 or 2, the Doom track will advance by 1. And of course we rolled a 2. So Doom is now down to 3. Wow. Then we have the Crawling Chaos event card. And we can't spend any clues, so Doom will advance by 1. So now it's down to 2. And it says, if investigators do not spend the clues, discard the top card of the expedition deck and move the Crawling Chaos Epic Monster to the active expedition space. So, Here we are, Heart of Africa. It will be discarded, so now it moves to Tunguska, and so will the Crawling Chaos. As if we need more things up in Tunguska right now. Okay, and then we have the conditions. So let's roll for the cursed condition for Mark. Please roll better. And it's a 4, so finally we get rid of the curse. Then we have his leg injury, test strength, so he has 4 strength. And he succeeds, so we don't have to find out what terrible things might have happened. Patrice has no things that happened. Takashi has 2 things. So let's see here. We will start with hallucinations, I think. So test will. She has 4 will. We got a 6, so nothing happens. And then we will have to roll for the Dark Pact. 1 die on a 1. We will see what terrible things happen to her. And of course we roll a 1. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's hope it's not terribly bad. Pact with Azathoth. The blasphemous power takes hold of you, forcing you to carry out the desires of the lurker at the threshold. Spawn 1 gate for each spell you have, then advance the omen by 1. So that will actually be the game. Oh my god. So, okay, so she would have spawned 1 gate, and it would be London this turn. Let's just see what would have happened. So we got Mygo in London, and then the Omen will advance by 1, so it will actually trigger these 2 Eldritch tokens, and it will go down to 0, in which case we will lose. But just for the fun of it, I will see if Norman, I will finish this Mythos card. Norman will test his will, see for his hallucinations. Or wait, no, that's Akashi's hallucinations. So just 1 die to test his blessed condition. And he actually lost that too, so hooray. And then we have spawn a gate, and this time in Arkham, together with Norman, and he will fight a riot in Arkham for some reason. Guess they're thinking the investigators are doing a poor and horrible job at protecting the humanity, but whatever. So, the end is nigh. You've pushed everything to the breaking point. Your mind, body, relationships, and possessions have all been worn thin by the demands of your quest. But you cannot relent, not on the brink of disaster. All investigators discard 1 item possession, 1 ally asset, 1 task asset, 1 spell, 1 clue, 1 focus, and 1 improvement token. Then each investigator loses 1 health and 1 sanity, so basically we just wiped out really hard, really bad. So let's resolve this Azathoth card. So yeah, he awakens. See what happens. Boom. The world is devoured. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions tear the Earth's crust apart at a rate faster than the devastation can be recorded or comprehended. As the planet's atmosphere grows increasingly toxic, the insects of Shagai return to their ships and teleport away, anxious to doom a different world. Eventually, when every living thing on the planet has been reduced to a cinder, a new outer god emerges from the ruins and joins Azathoth's court at the center of all things. Investigators lose the game. Wow. I really didn't think it would happen this fast. We had the Doom track up at 7 and then all of a sudden it's down to 0. Holy crap, we were really unlucky with those Mythos cards. We had a lot of rumors. I did some stupid mistakes. Like, for instance, once I forgot Akashi had an encounter. For some reason, I just jumped over her encounter phase. That might have done something, but who knows? Probably not. And once I forgot to spawn a gate, so maybe we would have lost even sooner. All in all, it was a pretty good game. Went pretty good. Then I had to shuffle in a mystery. Then Doom went down like crazy. And the world got devoured in an instant, just like that. And, well, they tried, but they failed. Well, thank you all so very much for watching this long playthrough of Eldritch Horror. It's a great game. I really recommend that you should try it out. It's really fun. Especially with both the current expansions, and I really look forward to the new one, the Strange Remnants or whatever it was called. I don't remember, but looked fun. Always great to add stuff to this game. The more the better. I hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one.